Namaste. It's not about accepting people. It's accepting people where they are on the evolutionary path. My experience through my journey, my spiritual awakening, I have noticed, and I realized that, I may say, is ultimately people all have the same seed, the same source of the divine is within all living beings. Everyone ultimately is divine. We all come from the same source. So accepting people we are, when we make the realization, we all equal, we all the same. Within us, there is the source, there is the creator. So when you realize that there is no need to accept people, you naturally are one. When you realize that you are interconnected, interrelated, as an entire being, such a thing of accepting people does not even cross your mind. It's a natural thing to embrace everyone as oneself. What I have noticed, and even on my own spiritual journey, is accepting people where they are on their evolutionary path. And that's a completely different thing when you think about it, because everyone has their own rhythm. Everyone evolves at a different rhythm. Even if someone is not on a spiritual path, there is some growth, hopefully. They're not stagnant. And so everyone is on a different level, vibratory level, a different frequency, different evolution. So through my journey, was a struggle I had when I was so much younger, when even before I started on the spiritual path, was to accept people for where they are. If they are dysfunctional, going through things, they need healing. It's hard because we must be able to make the distinction and the realization that everyone have the same potential to blossom into a beautiful Buddha, awakened one. So to accept people where they are is beyond crucial for our own well-being and for the well-being to the other person. What I've experienced in the past and what I see often with people is to hold, it's human nature to hold a whole image, a form image, an opinion of someone when you meet them, or maybe even have a relationship with them and you don't see them for a long period of time. And as the time goes by, unconsciously or even consciously, either way, you hold this image, this old image, this assumption of that person that they are like that, they're still like that. But the chances is they're not anymore. They have gone through some changes. Maybe slow, but hopefully there were some changes. Maybe even some great phenomenal transformation. Maybe even some metamorphosis. So it's very detrimental to a relationship, to our own well-being and the well-being to the other individual, to hold this old image. So to be able to become a witness, to take a distance from yourself, from personality, from the mind, just take that distance. Practice mindful view, right view. Ask yourself this question: am I sure? Is that person the same way this person used to be 10 years ago or even a year ago? So much can happen in one day. You never know what the person may have gone through in 1 year. They could have gone through a major life crisis with a cancer journey like I've gone through, and they have gone through a phenomenal blossoming. And so ultimately everyone has the same seed. It's not about accepting people, it's about more accepting people at their own spiritual evolutionary rhythm. And that way it's not detrimental for the well-being of that person and for our own well-being and for the relationship too. And it opened up and allows a completely brand new relationship with this same person. So to let go of those all fabricated image, the old image that we hold consciously or unconsciously, that human nature has a tendency of doing, it's very, very beneficial. So become a witness, make the distance, ask yourself mindfully, practice the right mindful view. Am I sure? And you will open up a brand new dimension to have deeper relationship with certain individual.